Kevin Hincks, co-host of Fast Market Live at the CBOE, is here. And of course, the latest with the trade talks between the U.S. and China. It's the fourth meeting in 4th month. And so big news there. Some of your thoughts. Good morning, Kevin.
Good morning, Nicole. Yeah, futures higher to start the week. You've got news out of really all over the place, Nicole. You've got news to start the week in a week that's already going to be enormous as we get to midweek, as the Fed is expected to move on interest rates. That'll happen Wednesday about 2 p.m. New York time, about 2:30 p.m. New York time. We'll get the Jerome Powell press conference. That'll be the key data point of the week, how the Fed moves on interest rates. And after that, remember, we're going to get the SEP, Summary of Economic Projections. That'll be key. That'll give all the Fed members giving a look into how they see the economy going in the future. But it'll be Jerome Powell's press conference, how he sets up the coming weeks and months that are important. So we also get retail sales data on Tuesday. Now, if you notice, we've been getting some mixed data. Bank of America, their consumer checkpoint has got their spending strong, up 0.4% in August. But Jamie Dimon from Bank of America, the other big credit card holder, he's been talking about a weakening U.S. economy. So I think the retail sales data will be extremely important, but it'll pale in comparison to what we'll get on Wednesday with the Fed in terms of overall movement of the stock market. So big week this week with headlines, like you mentioned, talks with China. Jameson Greer and Scott Bessent, now their 4th meeting in 4 months. Are they making progress? Are they going to announce anything? We'll see on that. There's news or rumors coming around TikTok, a meeting with President Trump and Xi Jinping. We'll see if that comes out throughout the week. But yeah, a big week for the markets this week, with markets sitting, like you mentioned, at all-time highs. So a lot going on here, Nicole.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, we think about this meeting here. This is the 4th meeting, and you have the counterparts from the U.S. and China, and so much to discuss. I mean, this is on the same day where NVIDIA is under scrutiny for anti-monopoly practices. The TikTok deal, I mean, they're still looking at that very closely. So a lot to decide going forward. I mean, those are just 2 of the stories. What else is on your radar?
Well, I think in terms of earnings, like I said, or in terms of data, it'll be retail sales. We already got a data point this morning, some regional data out of the New York State area, the Empire State manufacturing down 8.7, so a bit of a stumble there. Remember, last month it was 11.9 positive, so a pretty big swing. But that's, like I said, these are regional numbers. We'll get a couple more. We'll also get some Philly Fed later in the week. We'll get a lot of housing data this week, as you know, but obviously it'll all feed into how Jerome Powell talks about the market. In terms of earnings, mainly Thursday, where we'll get Darden Restaurants in the morning on Thursday, and then FedEx and Lennar in the afternoon. That'll be the big earnings event of the week, Thursday. But all things considered, this is a Fed meeting week. We've been in a quiet period now, as you know, for several days. So all the Fed members, Jerome Powell especially, speaking. It'll be a big week led by Jerome Powell and the Fed.
All right, Kevin Hincks, great to see you. Thank you so much. A good look at this week ahead and this morning as we kick it off.